All right, what's up, traders? Mike here with the watch list video for Friday, January 5th. The SPY, is still pulling back. Now it's below the 20-day. And for me, it's actually nice to see a little bit of selling. We're long bias traders in our chat room for the most part. And we're still finding stuff to trade. So it's nice to see a pullback. Let me throw this up there. For anybody seeing it for the first time, these are stocks that we'll be watching tomorrow for intraday setups, and they'll all be in play, meaning maybe they'll gap and then we'll put some gappers on there in the morning, or this list that is stocks that are recently strong, making some kind of high relative volume move. I don't hold anything overnight, not even my wife, because it's not worth the risk to me. Stocks can gap down the next morning, and my wife is super dangerous as well. So most people think every trader is an investor. A true day trader looks for intraday opportunities and goes to 100% cash each night. That's what I do. We also have investors in the room, but they show up sometimes to make some money between the bells, as they say. So before I get to the watch list for tomorrow, couple shout outs. One to Matt. There's his post I screenshotted today. Mara back through 24. You guys know we focus on whole number breaks at times, especially when they're in a space like the Bitcoin space today. You had a whole number right there, 24, and the earlier high still above. Love that, right? Because now you've got the whole number break. Other Bitcoin stocks were already moving, so it was a laggard in the space, and you had the earlier high of day above to act as another catalyst. And you can see when it got through there, which was about right here, just continued going. And that's a screenshot from earlier. It actually went higher than that, but that is a screenshot I took kind of midday. So the entry was 24. The stop was, I believe, 40 cents below, and it ended up going to 26.17. So $2.17 move on 40 cents risk. Another great call by Matt. And let me throw this up. SIDU. I even put my trades on there. This was my post. I always say that teamwork in the room is great. Because you never know who's going to post one of the A-plus setups that we teach. This time it was actually me. It's not that often, but sometimes it's me. I put SIDU over 12 interesting, but much more interesting in the final hour. That didn't happen. It didn't wait till the final hour, but I took the 12 break anyway, got filled right at 12. 1350, 1383 were my sells, and that was a neat little trade. The risk on that one was, I think, about 58 cents, and it did not stop out. So that was a neat little trade. And there's a couple highlights from today. And here's the in-play stocks I'll be watching tomorrow in chat. AEVA, penny stock, but inside day after yesterday's big rip. Lands it on our watch list. QS, big breakout today. Did that top at exactly 10? No, 10:03. Anyway, super interesting. Held up really well today and massive volume. We're going to watch that one tomorrow. SIDU still hasn't broken this high from about a week ago. That was 1540. So it goes right back on the watch list because I like the looks of that. If it could break 1540, it could, who knows where it could go. So we're going to watch for an intraday setup, knowing that 1540 could be a catalyst above. RXRX, I don't know if this should be on watch. Had a big move today. I'll leave it on there, but it's kind of extended, right? It had a big move to break this high from about a week ago. A little bit of extra volume there. I'll leave it on the list, but not in love with it. ALT, kind of the same. Had a big move today, but it's still extended. That thing's been so strong, though. I am going to put it on a chart. I wish I had it on a chart today. We might have caught it as a bounce play, and that's on me. I should have had that as a bounce play. Watch. OMGA. Let me go back to that real quick. ALT and explain that. Very, very strong stock, right? Had this gap up, and then it ripped again, pulled back, then it ripped again. Matter of fact, we caught it as a bounce play on this day, right? In that buy zone we talk about, and just almost never looked back. And then when the market started selling off the last few days, I should have been, I should have been smart enough, to look at the recent really, really strong stocks. And usually I do, but for some reason, I just forgot about that one. Bear with me, I had to take a drink of water there. But it ended up giving a really nice bounce. So that's on me for forgetting about it. But anyway, we'll watch it tomorrow. Still feels extended. OMGA had the gap up today, closing well off its highs, but I am going to put it on a chart. LBPH is holding up pretty darn well after that big rip, so that one goes on a chart. MOBX. I don't love this daily at all, but it's really beaten up. It did have massive volume for that stock today, and there's the intraday, just kind of a slow grind higher. That's another one that I'm not in love with. I don't know if it should be on watch, but it held up pretty well today. DYN gapped up yesterday, sold off all day, and then today absolutely just rips through yesterday's high. Again, another one that's really extended, but we're day traders, so let's keep that one on watch for the next several days. I'd like to see a pullback for a day or two, right? SGHT, kind of a sleeper pick. It had a nice run here, and now it's flagging. Feels like nobody's watching it. Didn't even trade 500,000 today, but I'm going to put it on a chart. CCCC, certainly just a recent high flyer, and just keeps holding up. So we're going to watch that one for a trade. And then lastly, DRMA, which if you were around in after hours, you heard Matt and I over the mic, assuming you were in the Discord audio room too. Some people are in our room and still don't know how to open the audio room to hear us talk. But Matt and I were discussing one of our new recent setups we talked about that occurred in DRMA. Anyway, as I talk right now, it closed at 61 cents. It's trading at $1.22. So that's still gapping in the morning. We will, put it on our gap playlist. We'll add other stuff to the gap playlist as well in the morning, as we always do together. But Matt and I were discussing that two-minute hiccup play we talk about, right? That we're sort of tweaking the parameters on. Anyway, that's it for me. Nice day. We'll see you in chat tomorrow.